Hi, my name is A.T. Wiltz. This is This Week Tonight, and I'm talking with my dear friend and the founder and I guess artistic director extraordinaire, Lynn Bolton of the White Heron Theater.
Hi.
And as you say, what is it? Born in New York and reborn on Nantucket? No, there's a...
Yes. Well, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if I say that, but
there's an ad. There's an ad saying. We're saying it here on Juno TV. Anyway, so tell us about the White Heron Theater and its inception into the world, beginning to now.
How it started? Oh, okay. We started in New York in 2004 with Earl Gister, who was the head of Yale Grad Acting. I was a student, and we decided to start a theater so that we could work on mid-century existentials and Chekhov. How nerdy is that?
We'll get into that second hour. No, but I get it. I get it. Very, very deep artistic artist stuff. Yeah.
It was fun.
But fun. Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah.
So we were in New York about 5 years, I guess. He was directing and I was acting mostly.
And he was, I mean, he's huge. Like, people who don't know him, he's really big.
He's a big.
I mean, he's passed now, but he
has passed.
Yeah.
But he was one of those teachers who sort of taught all of us how to do it. You know? He wrote books on it. He was an expert on Chekhov. He was a great teacher. He was a great man. He was an artist.
He was a Yaley, right?
He was. He taught at Yale. He taught at Carnegie Mellon too. And he had sort of a vision for theater in America. He used to talk about, we need to take theater out of New York. We need to take, because he was from Wisconsin. There it is. Well, we know where we are.
There you go. That's Earl. That's Earl. Say hi, Earl. All right.
We love Earl.
So you did it down there for a while, and then it took a little hiatus.
Well, then Earl passed, and we were sort of, disconnected, although the company stayed. And I was directing in different places and doing different things. And then I was here working on the island, and I met Michael Cocco.
And she's directed me a couple of times. She's a brilliant actress and director. So
you're a very good actor.
I have to say that.
It's great. We had fun.
We did.
And so then we started this project with Theater Workshop to do Candida in the winter time. And we did a full equity production of Candida in the winter.
Right.
And then we were going to take it to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and you went with us.
And it was the most delightful experience ever. Thank you so much.
It was so great.
I consider myself like a white heron, an itty bitty white heron, like a tiny little white heron. Heronette.
You were with us in Scotland. It was amazing.
It was. Like, there's a castle.
What an interesting thing that was. Because we went to Scotland. It's a fringe festival. We brought classic British theater to Britain. What were we thinking?
Yeah.
I mean, on the plane, weren't we saying?
But didn't we get like 4 stars, like all over the place?
4 stars and 5-star reviews, and it was a big hit. I think because we were the Fringe in a fringe festival where people were swallowing swords, and we were doing regular theater.
Exactly.
So that worked out.
Yeah.
And then we came back and decided to do that kind of work here on the island.
Right.
So we found the property around the corner.
Which is amazing, and it's right on, I never remember that, was it South?
Yeah, it's on North Water Street and Whalers Lane.
So it's right behind the Whaling Museum.
Yeah.
And so you did, was it 2 or 3 seasons in a tent?
We did 2 seasons in a tent, 1 season at the Dreamland, and now we're in a building.
Yay! And are we up and running?
Yes.
I know you had your big opening with, are you ready? Olympia Dukakis.
We did. She was there.
Yes.
She's great. She's 84. She
does not look it.
She's amazing. She really is amazing. Yeah. I mean, she can flip me like a cheese omelet. Michael would say.
Well, that's because you're so thin.
Yes, that must be it. No, she's great. She's so with it. She's a theater person.
Yeah.
She started 3 different theaters. She started 1 in Worcester. She started 1 in New Jersey. She started 1 in New York. And so she sort of gets the incubation of a new theater, how to get people in, what to do. So she's helpful and a good friend. And she always tells me to stand up straight. So there we are.
All right, posture is everything. It is too.
It is,
since my surgery, I actually have to really work.
Exactly.
All right.
To do. Anyway.
We'll talk about that later.
So she was great.
Another segment. So now, what's the season?
season is, well, we started with our collaboration with Long Wharf, which was Napoli, Brooklyn. That happened around the 4th of July. That's a new play that was commissioned by the Roundabout Theater. Megan Kennedy, who's a hot young woman playwright, and that play is going to go from here, from Nantucket, to the Long Wharf Theater.
And that's linked with Sundance, right? Or
no, that's a separate
it's
program.
Linked with somebody, though, isn't it?
Long Wharf.
Who am I thinking? Long Wharf, which is
in New Haven.
Which is New Haven. That's
and
what I'm thinking.
This play also will go on to the Roundabout, which is a Broadway theater.
Oh, wow.
So it'll start here, and then it goes in the fall. It goes to New Haven, and then it goes to Broadway in the spring. So, and it will have started here. So that's a great thing. And then we're doing the Underpants.
Steve Martin.
Yes, and it's very Steve Martin-y.
Little kitties with arrows through their heads. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
It's a comedy, I'm guessing.
It's a farce. And it was originally written, it's a German farce, which is sort of an oxymoron, but it's a big, broad, rollicking, funny, door-slamming farce.
Okay, excellent. And then what else we have?
We have The Velocity of Autumn. That's an amazing play.
I don't know that one.
Shar White, great play. And it stars a woman who is Sandra Shipley, who is a Broadway veteran. She has, I think, 13 or 14 Broadway plays. She goes from one to the next. She's English, and she works a lot in the West End, but her daughter has a house here on Nantucket, and I knew her, and I called her, and I said, would you come to work with us?
And she said, wouldn't that be lovely?
She did.
Yeah,
and
nice.
the thing is, to see her in person in a theater with 125 seats is astonishing.
And it's a great theater. I don't think we have another theater. I mean, it's great to have more theater on Nantucket. I'm all for more theater. But this is a very sort of classic setup where there are two tiers, and it's a very more classic theater than we're used to on Nantucket.
It is. It has a balcony.
Yeah.
We have 160 seats, and it's sort of designed after, I went into, when I was visiting my daughter Taylor in Italy, and I went into an opera house in Italy. And I looked at it, it's in a narrow, like a townhouse, because in Italy, that's how all of those buildings are, like they are here.
Exactly.
And I thought, we want to fit 165 seats into essentially a townhouse space, and the Italians have figured out how to do it. So I took pictures of it, and then we went to an architect.
Yeah, the Italians have been doing it a little longer than we have. Yeah.
In a week and a half.
Yeah. Oh, and you also had the woman from Orange is the New Black? No.
We had Edie Falco.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco was here
Nurse
from Napoli,
Jackie, yeah.
Brooklyn. What a lovely person she is.
Oh, that's
she was
wonderful.
here. She stayed in Sconset with her daughter, and they went swimming every day, and they rode their bike, and they had
It's
a
nice
summer.
that they get a little bit of a Nantucket experience, don't you
Yeah,
think?
it was really great. And she's lovely, and I was a couple doors away, so it worked out just fine.
There you go.
She needed
And then, so we've got the Underpants, we've got the one that you just told me
the
about.
Velocity of Autumn.
And
then we have a play, Annapurna, which is a very cool play about a guy who lives in a trailer in Colorado, and he and his wife separated after they had their first child, and that child was 5, and the woman comes back to find him, and he's living in a trailer in Colorado, and she just shows up out of the blue, and they talk about all those things that made them break up all those years ago. Some of them aren't so important anymore. They don't really matter.
Right.
And the things that do matter are still there, and they talk about that. And it's funny and ridiculous and sad
and romantic. Yeah. Oh, nice.
All those things.
And so now, if people want to get tickets or learn more about the shows, is there a website?
There is www.whiteherontheater.org. You can get on and do anything you want to do on there, but you can also come and see us. We're there all day long, every day, and come take a tour of the building.
And do you need volunteers or anything? I mean, are you all set?
We love to have people usher. We have a big group that goes through to usher now, but we'd love to have people if they'd like to come.
So there are opportunities to get involved.
Absolutely. Please come and,
shingle the left-hand side of the house.
Absolutely. Move sets out, move sets in. We do a lot of that these days because we're running in rep.
Well, exactly.
So
that's right. So it's nice.
Around.
Yeah. So that's great.
So we have more than one going.
Oh my gosh. And so now, how long will your season last? Or are you planning
on September 11th, and then we have a 2-week hiatus, and then Sundance comes in. So
that's where Sundance is.
Yeah. We've been chosen one of 6 in the world, which was amazing to us. We're happy about that. Oh my God. So they're going to come and work. We have established playwrights with new plays. So we have 6 playwrights coming. They will work and write their new plays. These are playwrights who have work on the stage now. And then we'll take one of them and we'll bring in our company of actors and we'll work it on its feet.
And maybe a few locals, we don't know.
And a few locals, you never know.
Yeah.
Especially
I'll play the
those who
maid.
Worked with us before.
Exactly.
Anyway, so
It's not why she got on.
how long have I known you? A really
Not long enough.
time.
But I think I was one of the first people that you met on Nantucket. But
I was.
You were actually here when you were 17 as a ballet dancer.
I was here
With the
when
Kentucky-
I was actually 15, and I was dancing with the Egglevsky Ballet, which Jean made.
Which was only 15 years ago, so I mean, it's not that
Very
bad.
recently.
Yeah.
And I lived on the 2nd floor of the Westmore. So
Oh my
when I
gosh.
go up there with my kids, I say, that was my room in 1974.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I lived here for the summer.
Oh my
I
gosh.
loved it.
Thank you so much for coming on. Will you come on again?
Yes, I'd love to.
Okay, great. Mwah.